I'm excited to hear from Entel, Chile's largest telecommunications company, an industry that is constantly changing, and they're going to tell you about their move into the cloud.
From Antarctica, Easter Island, and every corner of Chile and Peru, as the leading telecom in South America, Entel enables more than 20 million customers to communicate today. Entel has strived for 60 years to bring the infinite possibilities of technology closer to people, accompanying each one in their important moments of their lives, connecting them to their dreams, community, and supporting business growth. Please welcome to the stage Antonio Bihi.
Okay. Well, we are finishing with an industry that has gone through so many changes, I don't even know where to start. And yet, somehow, Entel always staying in front. So share a little bit about the industry, the challenges, and how you're doing it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for inviting me to share with this great audience. Congratulations for first quarter results, so fast announced.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know, we did announce our earnings last night, 9 days after the quarter closed because of Fusion. So thank you for giving me the chance to to share a little.
Now, just to let you know a little bit about the industry. As you mentioned, I mean, we've been going through many changes, not only technological, also regulatory ones.
Right.
From going to voice, to data, to 3G, 4G, copper, fiber, everything. We actually compete in one of the, what's important, our country it's very advanced in telecom. We are in the last quartile in terms of GDP per capita. However, we are in the first quartile in many of the measures of telecom. I don't know, data usage in mobile, fiber penetration, mobile penetration, everything measure you want to take. We compete in two countries, Peru and Chile, where we have 4 competitors, mobile, that is a lot for a mobile industry. But we're proud what we've been doing. I mean, Entel is a medium-sized company, 3 billion revenues, 20 million customers. But I would say an important thing about Entel, we've been trying always anticipating and pushing forward changes. If you don't push changes, changes will push you and will become a laggard. And that has allowed us to remain leaders in revenue share in Chile, close to the leader in Peru, NPS leaders in both countries. We're very proud of that. And our challenge is maybe not be the largest, but always be the most advanced.
I mean, you've said it, you've said so much, even just in answering my first question. First of all, NPS, Net Promoter Scores. What does that mean? Your customers love you. Okay, again, something we keep hearing. We've heard it all day, getting to yes. How do we make them happy? But the other thing that we've been talking about is getting ahead of it. Time is of the essence. If you don't get ahead, you're going to be left behind.
Absolutely.
And whatever industry, especially in an industry changing so quickly, you really don't have a minute to rest. And I think, you know, when you think about your digital and business transformation over the past few years, I mean, tell us some of the levers for success and some of the results you can highlight, because everyone in this room is thinking about that right now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's understanding that there's no like one transformation. It's a never-ending story. And you really have to take that and assume it and move it into your organization. Second, anticipation. Anticipation. Otherwise, you will be laggards. Third, I would say, is to have a bold purpose and strategy. Let me pinpoint a couple of points there. We believe that we are guys that bring technology and transform them in extraordinary service to transform people's lives. That's how we see us. And culture. Culture, crazy about customer experience. That's very, very important. Of course, we have to have a digital strategy. And for that, I would say 3 points. First, top management ownership. Not only pushing, but embracing it, moving forward with it. Of course, open architecture, API layers, and whatever, all the things that you know you need. And last but not least, great partners committed to us, to our success. And that's very important. Few results. I mean, we move IT spending from 0% to 25% under the control of the business units. That's very, very important. Second, we've moved almost 90% of our workloads to cloud, which is critical. We will talk a little bit later. And as I mentioned, a few other measures that allows us. But the important thing is that brings results, business results. With enabled by IT, we've been able to regain 5 percentage points of revenue share. We've been able to improve our NPS gap against our followers in 10 points. And most of all, we lead on return on assets with 10% points above the rest of the industry. That's it.
That's it. That's everything. Happier customers, more profitable, doing more, spending less. But I want to dig into some of the things you said, because what you said is it's about the business. IT makes it happen, but it's about making sure there's leadership and accountability so that the businesses are deciding what do they need, how do they want to invest, and they are, in fact, the beneficiaries. You mentioned partnership, like with us. Maybe you could talk a little bit about the importance of partnership and sort of the benefits of how you feel things going forward.
Yeah, as I mentioned, a partnership commitment is great. I mean, from you, Safra, to the last member of Oracle, Luis Mays in Latin America, a great guy, and always together, always with the common goal, our success. That's critical. We've done an important transition to cloud, which it of course brings lower cost and higher performance, but most of it transforms the business model. It makes people in charge of IT, of digital, and simplicity, agility, and flexibility. That's critical. And we believe that cloud has enabled to push that forward.
See, again, to points you keep making, culture, the people, the customers, everyone, you're hearing the exact same thing. These are the ways to success. They lead to our success. They lead to your success. But don't think, again, you're getting off this stage without talking about AI and the future, because you're leading it, so we'd like to hear your thoughts on how it changes your industry.
One important thing we did was to launch recently a digital business unit for B2B that we're partnering in several products with you, NetSuite, cloud, migrations, cybersecurity. We believe that that's an area of growth. And there, AI is very critical to help our customers to push with AI. But again, the most important thing of AI is not the technology.
No.
The technology will be there for everyone. What is important is the business guy take it and push it forward with courage to use it. For example, we've been using it for credit scoring, for improving our assessment of the network quality, so we predict churn rates. We have 60% lower churn rate than our competition. And to allocate investments better. We have a bunch of use cases in different stages, and we are very excited about it. All of us, we don't know where we'll take it, but we know we have to be there, pushing forward, ahead, and anticipating.
See, everything I'm hearing, and I'm sure everyone's getting, is that ultimately this is about courage. This is about taking advantage of everything you can and using it and getting ahead of it. And ultimately, it's about leadership, courage in leadership. And I want to thank you for everything you're doing with us. And so focus on your customer, build a culture, and be courageous, and you're going to be as successful as you all. So thank you.
We hope we will remain like that. With your
Thank you.
help.
Oh, you bet.
With your
You
help.
bet. You bet. Count on it. Thank you.